Hello, this is Steve Moyer for Moyer Marine. For this project review, we will be replacing a solenoid on a late model Delco starter. We refer to this starter as a late model since it is used on the late model Atomic 4. If your starter looks like this one, and it came off your late model Atomic 4, then our solenoid kit will fit. Our kit includes a solenoid, various size main contact spacers with bolts, a rubber gasket, and a return spring. With our starter on the bench, we'll start by removing the two solenoid flange bolts. You'll need a 5/16" socket or nut driver. If you ever lose one of these or drop them in the bilge, they're a 1/4 20 by 3/4 inch long bolts. Next, we'll remove the main contact bolt and spacer. The solenoid is removed by rotating and pulling up and out. Now we'll remove the old spring and set these aside. Next, we're going to install the gasket. Whether or not you have a gasket on your starter currently, we recommend putting a gasket on. The gasket lip goes over the starter like this. Take your time, work it on so it's nice and flat, getting the bolt holes aligned. I like to lean it up against my stomach to brace it and get a good view of what's going on. You can use a flat screwdriver if needed to work the tab down in. That looks pretty good. Now we'll slide the return spring over. I find it helpful to compress the spring with my thumb and forefinger, holding it in place. This makes it much easier to see the plunger recess in the solenoid. Line it up. When the plunger goes in, you can release the spring. Fully seat the solenoid and then, here again, rotate it until the tab goes fully into the starter. This can take a little bit of muscle. Just keep working it left and right. Keep turning it until the holes align. I find it helpful to take a small screwdriver and work it in from the back, jiggling it, prying up and down until the holes align. You can do this for both sides. This will help you when you go to put your solenoid flange bolts in. That looks pretty good. Everything's lined up nice and neat, and the gasket looks flat. So we'll put our solenoid flange bolts back in. We're not going to really tighten them fully here. We're just going to get them snug. That'll give us a little bit of wiggle room to get everything else lined up. And then we'll put our main contact spacer and bolt in. The kit comes with a small and a large spacer. We use the small one. It fit perfectly. You can use a large one if it works better. You can even trim them down. Good. And we'll finally really tighten the bolts down. And that's it. Ready to go back into service. Thank you for your time. You can find starter solenoid kits, rebuilt starters, and many other parts and services for the Atomic 4 on our website at moyermarine.com.